Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to an evening with Brenda Padgitt, ASWIFTT radio host. I hope you are enjoying Women's History Month. Today on our show, I will give you, our listening audience, an opportunity to call in to ask questions about ASWIFTT radio, me, ASWIFTT Writers Guild, the founders, upcoming shows, or past shows. Also joining me on today's show are my co-hosts, Eunice Bridges and Glenda Fields. Thank you, Glenda, for joining me today.
Hi, Ms. Padgitt, and hello, listening audience.
Okay, and also thank you as well, Eunice, for joining me on today's show.
Thank you, Glenda, for the invite. Hello, everyone.
Okay, and also before we get started with the show, we want to share our ASWIFTT radio announcements. Eunice?
Thank you, Brenda. As everyone knows, March is Women's History Month. During this month, we will celebrate all women who have made a difference in our communities and nationwide. On March 26, 2011, at 1 p.m., Madam C.J. Walker's great-great-granddaughter will be here live with ASWIFTT radio host Brenda Padgitt. Remember, Madam C.J. Walker was the first woman millionaire here in the United States. She made her million by creating her own hair products in the early 1900s. Make sure you don't miss this showing.
Thank you, Eunice. Glenda will now report on upcoming events in our community.
Thank you, Brenda. On June 18, 2011, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., ASWIFTT Writers Guild will host an informational meeting at the Carrollton Library located at 4220 North Josie Lane in Carrollton, Texas. This informational meeting is for those of you who are writers, artists, playwrights, directors, filmmakers, or anyone else who is interested in taking their talents to the next level. Now, for more information, you can call ASWIFTT Writers Guild at 1-866-302-0508, or you can go to our website at www.aswiftwritersguild.com. You can also reach us by email at information@aswiftwritersguild.com. Look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you, Glenda. Now on with today's show, An Evening with Brenda Padgitt, ASWIFTT radio host. We will start off with a question from Eunice.
Thank you, Brenda. We have someone in our lives who encourage us mentally, physically, and spiritually. Who would that person be in your life? For me, it is my mother, Claudia May Bridges, L. Hobson, and Minister Ruth Fitzgerald, along with Lana Hill and Aubrey Joseph. Who would that be for you, Brenda?
Okay. Well, first of all, God is my main inspiration. My mother, my Aunt Rosie, prayer partners like you and Glenda, and also in the past, my spiritual mother, her name is Mary Sterling. It is now 4 minutes past the hour, time for a commercial break. I'm Brenda Padgitt here on ASWIFTT Radio. ASWIFTT Writers Guild is for those who have the talent to put pen or brush to paper to create a unique and valuable piece of work. ASWIFTT is always looking for new talents to enhance the literary, visual, and performing arts. For more information on how you can become a member of ASWIFTT Writers Guild, visit www.aswiftwritersguild.com or call 1-866-302-0508. Do you need marital counseling to deal with your marital issues? Do you want resources to help enhance your marriage? Log on to www.godsanointedministries.com to get in touch with Glenda and Rufus Fields. You can also check out their latest book on marriage called Diary of a Man, Heart of a Woman as a Self-Help Tool. Check out God's Anointed Ministries today. Welcome back to An Evening with Brenda Johnson Padgitt, ASWIFTT radio host. I'm Brenda Johnson Padgitt. We left off with questions from Eunice Bridges before the commercial break. We will now continue with questions from Eunice.
How do you manage your time, Brenda? Being a mother, author, worker, etc., you seem to find time to do so much, especially with keeping up with this ASWIFTT Writers Guild.
Well, Eunice, basically everyone has the same 24 hours in a day and 7 days a week. I have the same thing. I don't get no more, no less. I use my time creatively and strategically. Let me explain. I carve out my time when others feel there is no time. I use my time during lunch breaks, breaks on the job, time before I go to work, and time after work. I also use time from 3:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. in the mornings to get some things done. For me, time management is having a consistent schedule that I follow every day. I know that eventually I will get the results I am seeking according to Galatians 6 and 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So that's basically how I manage my time.
Wow. I like that scripture as well. Let me ask you this. What prompted you to go into the direction you have taken with ASWIFTT? Because I have come to know you and have worked with you on other occasions living in Texas, and I have seen firsthand that you multitask very well. Not everyone can do this. Also, Brenda, where do you see ASWIFTT in another 5 years?
Okay, Eunice. First of all, I wanted to, when we first came up with ASWIFTT Writers Guild, I wanted ASWIFTT Writers Guild to have a unique vision. I wanted ASWIFTT to offer something special to those who become members. I also wanted ASWIFTT to be committed to its members and members to be committed to ASWIFTT. I wanted ASWIFTT Writers Guild to be an organization that has a hand in taking its members to the next level in their talent. Again, on the time management issue, I am creative and strategic with my time. I always keep a watch with me. It's either my watch, my phone, or anything that has the time on it just to help me to stay on track with my schedule. And I also write things down in a planner. I write things down all the time. Many times I have 2 or 3 projects going at one time. Most of all, I work on staying focused. And when I'm focused, I just zone in on only one project at a time, and just whatever project is at hand that has the closest due date, that's the one I'm zoned into. Now, as far as ASWIFTT Writers Guild, in the next 5 years, I want to see growth. I want to see growth with ASWIFTT Writers Guild membership. I want membership to be at least 1,000 between Texas and California. I also want to add 3 more locations in 3 new states. I want ASWIFTT to add ASWIFTT Television. That's something I'm working on now as an advertising medium for ASWIFTT Writers Guild members. And these are just a few things that I would like to see happen with ASWIFTT. Thank you, Eunice, for your questions. We will now get some questions from Glenda.
Okay, Miss Brenda, Miss Phenomenal Woman. Your background is in broadcast.
Yes, ma'am.
How will you use this to encourage our youth? Because I'm really concerned about the youth of America. So
Okay.
What are your plans with the ASWIFTT Juniors Writers Guild?
Okay. My background in broadcast, actually, I'm currently using my background in broadcast encouraging today's youth because I am currently teaching elementary media to 4th through 6th grade. I teach them beginning levels in newspaper, radio, television, books and magazines, and speech and debate. This course gives my students a preview into broadcast media, and it encourages those who are interested to choose a career in broadcast communications. That's what I currently do as a teacher. My plans for ASWIFTT Junior Writers Guild is to make sure that our adult members of ASWIFTT mentor our junior members. I would teach the junior members the TEKS requirements for writing in Texas schools. I want to have summer workshops to improve their writing skills. I also want our junior members who are ready to become published authors, those who are already have their stuff together. I want to see them become published authors. And also, these are just a few things that I want to happen for the junior members.
Wow. Okay, Brenda, I have another question for you, and
Okay.
I'm sure you can answer it. With everything that you're doing and all of the successes that you've had, do you see what you're doing and where your life is now as walking out the purpose and plan that God has for you?
Glenda, I do. And the reason why is because before I went to college, I prayed and asked God what field I should study, and He showed me my inner talents, skills, and abilities that He gave me. Everything pointed to writing, speaking, and communicating in some kind of form. I use my writing and speaking ability to carry out God's plan for my life, and I do feel like I'm on track with that.
Okay. Well, besides ASWIFTT, are there any other services that you have to offer our listening audience?
Yes, Glenda. I offer the Young Scholars Book Club. That's an organization. It's an online educational program that I founded. It's for pre-K through 4th grade. You can access this program at www.tysbookclub.com. I am also an independent insurance agent. I sell life, health, accident, and HMO and annuity policies. You can also find out more about my services at www.brendapadgitt.com. I also offer books. I write books. I also do seminars. I also offer continuing education classes. All this can be found at www.brendapadgitt.com. I also offer advertising spots in the ASWIFTT Journal newspaper. We also have that. And also commercials on ASWIFTT Radio for anyone that has a business or needs to get something out as far as advertising. And you can also find out more about those services at www.brendapadgitt.com as well. I also want to thank you, Glenda, for your questions. Just briefly, I want to share a brief biography of myself. I was born in Dallas, Texas, to Thelma Bird and Robert Johnson. I have a brother, sister, and 2 half-brothers. I graduated from government law and law enforcement Magnet High School. After graduation, I went to UTA at Arlington and graduated with a BA in broadcast communications. I am currently working as a public school media teacher. I love writing, speaking, and spending time with my 2 beautiful girls. Now, my youngest daughter, Camille, loves to draw, and my oldest daughter, Diamond, loves to sing. And I encourage and support them any way I can. And I just want to share a clip with you guys of my daughter, Diamond. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, see